All right, let's get into it. You walk into a cafe in Korea and you get that feeling, that slight hesitation like, am I doing this right? Trust me, you are so not alone. There's this whole invisible language being spoken, and today we're going to make it crystal clear. I mean, seriously, right? It can feel exactly like that. You're just trying to get a latte, but suddenly you're solving this complex social puzzle about seats and lines. It's a super common feeling, but it really doesn't have to be so complicated. So, our goal today is simple. We're going to arm you with the confidence to walk into any Korean cafe and feel right at home. We're decoding all that unspoken stuff so you can just focus on the good part, the coffee. Okay, first things first, let's talk about what I like to call the cafe peace treaty. This is all about that initial and often most stressful moment, claiming your territory. So here's the deal. Saving a seat is totally normal, but it's all about how you do it. Dropping your notebook on a chair and immediately getting in line? Perfect. You're good. But marking a huge table and then vanishing for like 12 minutes to text your friends? That's when you start entering the weird zone. It's all about speed and being considerate. So, what's the right way to do it? Well, look at these examples. They're all small, non-valuable items that send a really clear message. I'm here, I'm just ordering, and I'll be right back. I absolutely love this line from our source material. You're leaving a bookmark, not setting up a construction site. It's temporary, it's light, it's not a hostile takeover. Okay, so you successfully claimed your seat. Now for part two of a social contract. What are you actually supposed to buy to keep that seat? You're gonna see this phrase, 1인 1음 요료, everywhere. And honestly, it's your new best friend. It literally means one person, one drink. This is the fundamental rule for so many cafes. And it's not them being mean. It's just a business model. They need to sell drinks to pay the rents. Recognizing this sign is like having a superpower. But, and this is a big but, it's not always a hard and fast rule. The enforcement really depends on the situation. Think about it. A tiny, popular cafe in a tourist area on a Saturday afternoon, yeah, that rule is going to be ironclad. But a big, chill cafe in a quiet neighborhood on a Tuesday morning, things get way more flexible. Sometimes a slice of cake might even count. It's all about reading the room. All right, get ready for the big aha moment. This next idea, it explains pretty much every awkward cafe encounter you might have, even when you think you're being totally polite. You know that feeling, right? You're sitting there quietly, you bought your coffee, you're not bothering a soul, but you can just feel the vibes start to shift. Why? Why does that happen? And boom, here's the answer. It's because there are two completely different kinds of businesses that just happen to both sell coffee. A study cafe is literally selling you time and quiet space. The longer you stay, the more money they make. But a regular cafe, they're in the turnover business. They make money by selling that one table over and over again. Camping out for 3 hours with a single espresso? Well, that works directly against their entire model. And this quote just nails it. Most of the awkwardness isn't because you're rude or they're rude. It's just a mismatch of purpose. You're trying to do a long work session in a place that's designed for quick chats. It's not about bad manners. It's about choosing the right tool for the job. So now that we get the why, let's dig into the how. How do you actually read the room and figure out when it's time to pack up without anyone having to give you the stink eye? These are your cues. These are the signals that your unspoken timer is starting to tick a lot faster. If a line starts forming and the staff suddenly kicks into high gear, clearing tables the second they're empty, the whole atmosphere is basically telling you, okay, we need this table soon. And on the flip side, here are all the green lights. You see tons of empty seats, the music is chill, the staff looks relaxed. This is the cafe telling you, hey, no rush, settle in. The pressure is completely off, and you can linger without a single worry. Okay, but what about that nightmare scenario? The place is packed, and the only open seat is a 4-person table. Don't panic. The key is to shrink your footprint. Keep all your stuff contained to your one spot. And just be mentally prepared to offer up the table if a group of 4 walks in. It's a small gesture that shows you get it. All right, let's pull all this incredible knowledge together into a super practical, easy-to-use toolkit. This is your new cafe cheat sheet. Think of this as your pre-game plan. Before you even head out the door, just ask yourself, what's my mission today? If you just need a quick chat, a regular cafe is perfect. If you've got 3 hours of serious work, you should probably hunt for a work-friendly spot with outlets. Matching your plan to the right type of place is like 90% of the battle. And finally, this is the ultimate pro move, the 10-second check. Before you even walk through the door, just take a quick scan. Is there a line? Are the tables full? Do you see any signs with rules on them? This little peek tells you everything you need to know about the vibe inside. Seriously, I'm not exaggerating here. Taking just 10 seconds to do that little check can prevent probably 80% of any potential awkward moments. It gives you the power to instantly decide, okay, I can adapt to this, or, you know what? I'm going to find a better spot for my plan. Because really, it all boils down to this one question. This isn't about memorizing 100 different rules. It's just about being intentional. When you align what you want to do with the cafe's purpose, you're not just being polite, you're guaranteeing a better experience for yourself. And that, my friends, is how you truly tap into and enjoy Korea's incredible cafe culture.